Pedagogical narration shows the process of learning. When they're, for example, when they're playing, what kinds of things are going on, what kinds of interactions, what kinds of connections are they making in their learning. And so I make the pedagogical narrations partly for me to see what they're learning, to show the children what they're learning, and also to show the parents what they're learning.
Pedagogical narration is about learning stories, kind of taking a closer look at children's play to see what you can find.
Pedagogue is teaching how a child learns, teaching how the step by step. It's a visual learning tool.
It's taking the time to document with images or video what I see going on in the classroom, and really it's just a way to catch students learning and sort of get an insight into their learning processes.
It's a way to show the learning of the children, and we traditionally think of learning showing through paper and pencil tasks and products, and I know the children a lot better, and I have a much more broad idea of what does it mean when a child is learning something.
I take pictures non-stop in the classroom when I see children work, when I want to go into their thinking process. I go to them and I ask them what they're thinking, where they're going, why they're doing what they're doing. We can follow through, we can go back visually and also orally, and they can watch themselves, learn and explain their learning. And it's not always obvious. That is the hardest thing as a teacher, to find ways of telling parents, telling the community, and that is where the pedagogical narration comes into being so helpful for us.
So it's really getting into the details and discovering things about that child that you might never know if you didn't do that. A boy that I had last year really struggled a lot with behavior in a classroom setting. When he was outside, I did this narration with him and discovered that, wow, he is gentle, he has a real affinity with animals. He was a leader in the play, and he was a problem solver. So things like that you might not notice.
When I look back at the photos, it often is quite amazing to zoom in, zoom out on their hands, their facial expressions, and wondering along with the photos as well as in the moment as taking the photos, but wondering what theories, what things are they checking out, what are they trying to figure out. Looking always at children from the image of them being natural researchers already, and always within their play looking to be making meaning of their world, basically.
Well, it's magical for us because you can see it, it's simple, it's not complicated, because if it's too complicated then we lose the objective.
Catches those moments that can go by really quickly, and when you combine those with a story and you can share that in a written form with parents or with students, it really makes the learning authentic. So instead of always directing the learning, it's kind of made me sit back and allow the kids to direct their own learning more.
Working with the narrations has been a very, very rejuvenating thing for me within practice. It's just such an awesome way to view children, look at their learning through a lens, and lenses other than child development lens.
Doing this sort of thing, you never know what you're going to get. There's always an element of surprise. It's quite unpredictable. I'm so happy to be able to witness the amazing imaginations that children have, and I don't know, I just feel that it's a real privilege. You know, they really feel empowered, and it's really exciting to see that.